voyage has begun. We've set sail from Ushuaia yesterday evening, made our way down the Beagle Channel, and now we're out in the open sea of the Drake Passage. Over 500 nautical miles to get across to the Antarctic Peninsula. And it's this isolation that really makes Antarctica so special.
I've been coming to Antarctica for more than 30 years now. I think it's safe to say it's in my blood. And this is one of my favorite places too. It's a perfect spot to start the voyage here at H.O. Island because there's lots to see. It's a convenient landing. Man, people are so excited. It's fun to watch the reaction everybody has with these penguins.
Seeing the penguins up close and having them come right up to you was just great.
I know I'm here, but I don't believe I'm here. It's just absolutely fantastic. It's beyond all dreams.
I have just loved the raw beauty of this place. It's taken me completely by surprise. It's just gone way beyond my expectations.
We are surrounded by penguin feathers flying in the wind as the little chicks from the Gen 2 penguins are molting. Right now we have two species of penguins with their chicks. The Gen 2 penguins, which are a little bit taller, weigh about 13 pounds, and the smaller, more feisty chin-strap penguins, weighing in at about 9 pounds.
We're in Lindblad Cove. This is the first time the National Geographic Explorer has gotten in here. It's at the head of Charcot Bay on the Trinity Peninsula. That is the mainland of the Antarctic Peninsula. It's very exciting to be here. It was named in honor of Lars-Erik Lindblad, our founder. He was the first one to bring tourists down on expeditions to see the Great White Continent. It's a mixture of a couple of pieces of tabular bergs in here, but most of it is made up of ice that's broken off from these glaciers. There are three huge glaciers that feed into Lindblad Cove. And by definition, an iceberg comes from a glacier. That's a really big leopard seal. This is a big female. These are very large, powerful predators. They kill other seals, young seals especially, and of course they feed extensively on penguins. And as big and dangerous and powerful as they are, the surprising thing is they feed on krill to a great extent.
For National Geographic magazine, I'm a polar specialist. I photograph in both polar regions, both the high Arctic and Antarctica, and it's extremely difficult to get to these places. It's very expensive, it's time-consuming. Lindblad has been kind enough to take me to both remote locations, drop me off, give me field support, supply food, and best of all, when I come out of the field, I can come back on board and have a hot shower and actually talk to nice, sociable people.
We're here at Danko Island and we're about to take the guests out for their first kayak of the voyage.
I think there's probably several things that make an expedition different, but the most fundamental is this flexibility, that we have this spontaneity, that we don't have to follow a rigid schedule and have to be at a certain place at a certain time. It really is the experience and knowledge of the captain and the expedition leader that make a difference in the guest's experience, and you don't get that on other forms of ship travel.
Diving in Antarctica is one of the toughest places you could possibly dive in the world. Not only is the sea temperature a balmy 28 degrees Fahrenheit, but also the amount of weight and equipment that you need to use is just massive compared to other parts in the world.
It's not your common diving. We're diving in dry suits down here so that the majority of our body, except for our face and our heads, are staying dry throughout the entire dive. And this is a necessity.
Being able to document these findings, to be able to share them not only with the guests but with scientists around the world, to be able to share them with National Geographic is a real honor.
I'm Aileen Miller. I'm a researcher with Oceanites, and we're here today with National Geographic and Lindblad, and we're going to be counting penguins on the island here. We're tracking population changes in Gentoo, Adelie, and chinstrap penguins all around the Antarctic Peninsula. The research Oceanites does is really unique because we're able to cover such a large area. Most research programs are focused on single colonies, which is really fantastic information, but doesn't give you the bigger picture of what's happening around the peninsula. And because we're fortunate enough to be working with Lindblad and to be able to ride along on the Explorer and get to all these different sites, we were able to get a big picture of what's happening with penguin populations.
My favorite piece of technology is the ROV, no doubt. It increases our ability to sense the marine world so dramatically. I really enjoy diving with the handheld camera and sharing that kind of footage with the guests, but the ROV takes the whole ship, everyone on board, into a world that is really outside of human experience for all but a very few people. It is a world that's very, very little explored. It's kind of a cliche that the ocean is almost less known than the moon is, but it's very true. And to have this technology on board, to be able to, on a daily basis, look into the greater depths of the sea is a fantastic opportunity.
So this morning, as we're approaching Nico Harbor, we spotted a couple of humpback whales, and we slowed and went closer, and they approached us, and they came right to the bow. Now, why were they playing with us? Who knows? I saw no signs of feeding. Many things with animals we cannot explain. They obviously seemed interested in us, and we were certainly interested in them. It doesn't really matter why they were doing it. It was fantastic to have them just circling the boat within a few feet of the bow for a half an hour, dancing around gracefully. It's magical ballet on the bow.
Where in the world should our next adventure be? It's hard to answer that, but what I always say is that if I could take my family anywhere in the world, I would take them to Antarctica, because it's vast, it's clear air, it's ice, it's the sound of so much wildlife that you can't even imagine. I mean, how can you describe this to anybody? They have to see it. You cannot tell a person what Antarctica is like. You cannot show them a picture and have them understand it. It's just a very special place.